Hi everyone! So, today we're going to look at the comparative and the superlative. These are nice to look at together because they are often confused, but also they are very similar grammatically, so they share the same groups. By groups, I mean when we are using the comparative and the superlative, we need to divide our adjectives into groups to understand how to form the comparative or the superlative for that adjective. The first group are small adjectives. Small adjectives have less than 2 syllables, so they are short. For example, fat, big, tall, thin, little. So, to form these, we just add er to the end for the comparative, and then than. For example, I am taller than my sister. Than is always used. It's not like Italian where you have a choice between two. Always than. So the second group are still small adjectives, but they are small adjectives which have consonant, vowel, consonant. For example, big. B consonant, I vowel, G consonant. These words have to double the last consonant, so bigger than, but with 2 G's. Another small group are small adjectives that finish with a Y. These, you have to change the Y to the I. Happier than. Here the pronunciation changes a little bit and is a stronger E sound. Happier. So, for example, I said, I am taller than my sister. My mum is happier than my dad. My brother is thinner than my dad. This is a comparative because I'm comparing two things. Me, my sister, my mum, my dad. Even dogs are bigger than cats. Dogs, cats. If I just want to talk about one thing with no comparison, I use the superlative. For example, I would say, I am taller than my sister, but my brother is tallest. So, to make the superlative for small adjectives, we use the same groups. In the comparative, for small adjectives, we put than. For the superlative, we put the adjective est. The tallest, taller than comparative, the tallest superlative. For the group with double consonant, it's the same thing. For the superlative, you want a double consonant plus est. For example, bigger than comparative, the biggest superlative. For the Y group, same story. Get rid of the Y, put an I, the happiest. Now, for both comparatives and superlatives, we have to change how to form them with long adjectives. By long, I mean any adjectives over 2 syllables. For example, beautiful. Beautiful, that's 4 syllables. If we try to put or est at the end of beautiful, it becomes very difficult to pronounce. For example, beautiful, beautifulest. It's not natural, and so we use more beautiful than for the comparative, and the most beautiful for the superlative. We can do this with any long adjective. For example, intelligent. Dogs are more intelligent than fish. Monkeys are the most intelligent. So, to recap, the 4 groups are 1. Standard small adjectives. For example, tall. Comparative, taller than. Superlative, the tallest. Second group, small adjectives with consonant, vowel, consonant. Comparative, we double. Bigger than 2 G's. And the superlative we double, the biggest, 2 G's. Small adjectives which finish with a Y, easy. We change the Y to an I, easier than. And for the superlative, we change the Y to an I and we put est, the easiest. For long adjectives, for the comparative, we don't add anything to the adjective, we just put more before, so more beautiful than. And for the superlative, we add nothing to the end of the adjective and we say the most beautiful. Finally, there are a few irregular comparative and superlatives, but these are often irregular also in Italian. For example, good. It's impossible to say gooder. Also in Italian, you cannot say the comparative of good. So, good in the comparative is better, better than, and the superlative is the best when we are comparing with nothing. The same thing applies to bad. We don't say badder, we say worse for the comparative and the worst for the superlative. Do you know any other irregular comparatives or superlatives? Let us know in the comments and try out the exercises and see how many you can get right below in the comments. Thanks and bye!